The Dragons have just dropped their commemorative jersey, which is essentially an Anzac jersey, and it's pretty neat. Now on the surface, it just looks like a pretty regular Dragons jersey. You can see that the V is shaped differently. I personally can't find the significance of why they've shaped the V differently for this jersey. However, I'm sure Retro Rugby League will explain this when he inevitably drops his video on this jersey. The other main difference compared to the home jersey is obviously the red collar, the little detailing on the front bottom, and also the very thin gold trims along the V. Aesthetically, the jersey works really well. You know, I'm a big fan of collars, and I feel like adding the collar, although not necessarily necessary, I think it does add a bit of punch to this jersey, and it's cool to see other clubs do this as well for their Anzac jerseys. In terms of the meaning behind the jersey, it's actually quite special. It pays tribute to Spencer Walklate, who previously played for the Dragons, debuting in 1943 and went on to fight in the World War. The detailing that you can see at the bottom left, or as we're looking at it, the right, is details about him, his life, playing for the Dragons and fighting in the war. It's really good to see clubs take a step up this year with their storytelling of the jerseys, and instead of just doing plain camo or silhouettes, they're really leaning into telling the stories of players or ex-players or community members that have fought in the war, and I think this is another really special edition from the NRL, specifically obviously the Dragons in this case.